You get a refund? Nope. But Sony did go back on their intentions, so a win for the gamers. Gamers unite. I'm happy to see it. Oh yeah, they caved in, dude. Absolutely. So, I didn't get the refund as well. Doesn't matter. They went back. We did what we needed to do. I'm sure even people requesting refunds, they probably notified how many refund requests they were getting. So, like, all in all, I think there was a lot of factors in it. But, yeah, good results. I'm actually surprised Sony backtracked on their on the whole thing. I thought they were going to stay firm, man. I thought we were going to say, screw it. We lose a few $1,000,000. It is what it is, but I'm glad for the players. I don't really care too much about the devs, but for the players, that's awesome. 20-second recap. People were getting very upset at Helldivers because, well, more upset at Sony because they were telling people from now on, if you want to keep playing the game, you have to sign up for the PlayStation Network. And if you don't, you can't play the game anymore. People said, it's not fair. I've been playing the game for months without that requirement. Why do I have to do it now? And they like put in this little package of this is for the best of the gamers. This is for your security. You know, people didn't buy it. And people did something that is very, very rare. Now, it's not rare to review bomb a game. All-time reviews over the last 3 months, this game has gotten 548,000 reviews. And just recently, it's gotten 267,000. So half of all reviews were just recently done. And they were all negative. It sent the game straight to under 50%. This game went from like 90% plus, excellent reviews, all the way down to overwhelmingly negative reviews. Massive review bomb. So people were very upset with the choices that Sony was forcing upon them. And good news is they backtracked. So let me show you exactly what they said. They said, Helldiver fans, we've heard your feedback on the Helldiver 2 account linking update. The May 6 update, which was happening today, which would have required Steam and PlayStation Network account linking for new players and for current players beginning May 30th, will not be moving forward. We're still learning what is best for PC gamers. No. I want you to rephrase, Mr. Sony. We're still learning what we can get away with for PC players, please. And your feedback has been invaluable. Thanks again for your continued support of Helldivers 2, and we'll keep you updated on future plans. Still learning what is best for gamers. Get out of here. Yeah, freaking awesome. I am very happy to see it. So they went back. Pirate Software first, yes. While this is a victory for the players, you've left a lasting stain on your brand as a publisher. Many people have very little reason to trust Sony going forward. Moving the business before you understand the player base is never the right choice. I don't know if I fully agree with that. Type 1 if you trusted Sony before this. Type 1 if before this happened, you're like, Sony's a great publisher and everything they publish is gold, and they would never do anything to harm my poor little wallet. Nobody believed that. Like, if you believe that, I have something to sell you, brother. Yeah, no. If you believe that, subbing to my stream gives you an extra inch of girth. I'm just putting it out there. You should sub. And every gifted sub you give also does the same. So, yeah, it hurt their reputation to an extent, but it was more about gamers saying, hey, listen, I'm sick of this crap. I'm not going to participate. I want my money back, you know? And gamers as a collective, you have to realize something, chat. If nobody complained, people wouldn't have cared. But when we got together as gamers and we all complained at the same time, that's when really cool things happened. Why did Sony backtrack? Do you guys think it was because of the really negative reviews on Steam? Do you think that's why Sony said, uh-oh, we're in trouble? It could have been from the refunds happening, absolutely. But I was looking at something yesterday that made me giggle a little bit inside. So before I went to bed last night, before this news happened, I saw something on my own time that I thought to myself, wow, Sony might be in trouble. And I was going to talk about it today regardless of what happened. Let me show you what I saw yesterday, because out of curiosity, this is Helldivers 2 concurrent player count, and there is something very interesting about it It is very rare for a game to be out this long and maintain such high player count. But there's a pattern here. I don't know if you guys noticed the pattern. And this is what I saw yesterday. If you have a look at what days it peaks. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday usually are the bottom of the barrel. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday are peaks, right? So here we have Wednesday, Thursday. Here we have Saturday, right? Here we have Wednesdays. Here we have Sundays. Here we have Thursdays. Here we have Saturday, Sunday. Here we have, do you guys see the pattern? Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So these top of the hills are always the weekend. Every single time. That's when viewership is, that's when player count is highest because people game on the weekend. For the first time ever in the game's history, 130,000 players, Wednesday 120,000. This should be the bottom. Thursday 119,000. Now Friday statistically should go from 119,000 to, let's say what? If we're talking about Wednesday 220 and it goes to 260, it should go up about 20%, which means it should go to 130,000 players on a Friday. It didn't. It stayed at 119. It actually went down on a Friday. Saturday, it went down again to 115,000. And Sunday, it dipped to 110,000. I think that made Sony panic. For the first time ever, they're noticing that their game is actively just, players are saying, I'm not going to play. I'm out. Screw your game. They did not have the little jump in playership. For the first time ever in the game's history, people didn't play it on a weekend. Now, sure, it's a smaller amount, but that's a scary trend. They trained us well for democracy? Absolutely. That is a very scary trend. Now, if it was only review bombing, I don't think Sony would have backtracked. If it was only review bombing plus refund requests, I don't think Sony would have backtracked. We've seen many games get review bombed, and they say, well, screw it. They'll get over it. Give it a week or two, and the players will forget about it. They'll find their next thing to be upset about. Type 1 if you've seen this before. We've seen this in many games. People review bomb the hell out of a game, and the game devs don't even mention it. They don't talk about it because they know, hey, the gamers will forget. But, and this is a big but, losing massive amounts of players, that's bad. Like people actively not playing your game, that's bad. What does this mean? You guys have to realize Helldivers 2, it has a really decent box price, but it's a live service game. It sells battle passes. This is, in their minds, this game became so freaking popular, they're probably talking about it for months, saying this is our new cash cow. If we can do things right, this game will earn us money for the next 5-10 years. We can sell people battle passes and skins and whatever the hell we want, right? They're highly incentivized to keep their player numbers high because it's a live service game. And I think this scared them. I think they realized if we don't do something and this bleeds down to, let's say, 60, 50,000 players, we're going to lose so much money long term. We have to do something to stop the bleeding. That's what I think. It's awesome to see players gather together. And nobody said, hey, let's boycott the game and not play it. Nobody said that, but people did that. If we look at the number on Sunday, 110,000, this number should have been approximately 145,000. That means 35,000 players in the world, 35,000 gamers said, I don't like what they're doing, I'm not going to play the game today. It's not a big decision. It's not some crazy, boycott, but 35,000 people saying, I'm not going to play today just because what they did kind of rubs me the wrong way. Made a difference. So, very happy to see it. And I hope that people realize this is something gamers can do as a group. Gamers can literally say, listen, I'm just not going to pay any more money for the game. I'm not going to play the game anymore. I'm going to refund it. All these things together. I don't remember the last time that this ever happened. When did gamers go on strike and actually get something like that changed? I don't know. I really don't know. When was the last time it's happened? That's crazy. Sonic the movie? Star Wars Battlefront 2 loot box is true. Yeah. I mean, it's happened before. But it doesn't happen often. And I think this is one of the bigger wins I've seen. It's not about what they did, it's about the way they did it. You tell somebody, now that I got your money, well, you're going to give me more. Nobody likes that. Nobody likes being, like, it makes you feel like a fool, you know? I give this person money, and now they're asking for more money. Well, not necessarily more money, but they're asking for more after I've paid for it. You had an agreement. I pay you this money, you give me that game. And now they're like, well, now that you've given me the money and played a bit, I want more. Give me this. No thanks. It's not about if you have to pay for it. It's the fact that they're forcing you to do it. These are all, like, excuses. At the crux of the argument is, if I've already paid and have access to what I paid for, threatening to remove that access if I don't give you more, whatever that more may be, whether it's my time, my data, my money, it'll rub everyone the wrong way. You can't ask for more after the client has already paid. You can incentivize them to do it. You can offer to give them more in return for their PSN connection. You can say, hey, listen, we really want people to start connecting their Steam account to PSN for security reasons. So whoever connects their account gets a free access to next month's Battle Pass. Or you get free Battle Pass? I guarantee you 90% plus of the players would do it. Am I wrong? If they said everyone who signs up to the PSN network will get free Battle Pass for the premium Battle Pass next month, everyone would do it. And they would be happy to do it. That is a fact of life. They would be happy to do it. And people would actually be happy. Like, yo, Sony, thank you so much for the free Battle Pass. I took 1 minute out of my day and I got a free Battle Pass. Woohoo. Yes. Yay. It's not hard. But it costs them potential money and earnings. Well, they don't want to do that because, well, that means everybody who got the free Battle Pass who's going to pay for it is not giving us their money. And we like money. So instead, let's just force them to do it. Let's just say, hey, listen, if you don't do it, you get to play the game. They'll cave in. They'll do it. It's only 1 minute of their time. If they like the game too much to stop playing, you know? They took the lazy approach. They took the mean approach. Instead of incentivizing people to do it, they just said, we'll force them instead. Still wouldn't be able to make a PSN in some countries. You have the same problem. If they were, I mean, it's sad. Some countries still can't make it. Yeah, but if you're incentivizing it, you're getting the ones who can to do it. Arrowhead is just doing what Sony said in this scenario. Sure. I feel like there is some sort of social debt building up with the gaming community. We're all starting to tell them after being treated poorly. To an extent. I do see that a bit, yes. It's also, I think, gamers have never been as connected before. You've got gigantic communities that listen to one or two people. If Asmongold says something and Pirate Software says something, you know what happens? You have a few 100,000 people saying, yeah, I agree. That's all it takes. I don't think ever in history have we had so much union with gamers in general. That's nasty. I don't think so. I think it's good that you have places where the customers are united. It's almost like a customer union to an extent. Two people on echoing their opinions. For example, I think most of Asmongold's opinions are right. I disagree sometimes, but usually I agree with him. Because generally, his opinions are well thought out. Same thing for Pirate Software. Usually I agree with his opinions. Not all the time, like just now I disagreed with his tweet, but usually what he says is well thought out, and it strikes me as true. And it's also one of the reasons people listen to them, because they usually have pretty good points. Yeah, I mean, overall, big win, and I really wish it would happen more often. I really do.